Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Mortanius. Just checking my audio here. As I said, I'm your host, Mortanius, and we're back with some more Control on the PS5. Time of recording is 12:03 a.m. Thursday, March 20th, 2025. When we last left off, we had managed to acquire a couple more pieces of understanding, as well as a nice little upgrade for ourselves in the form of telekinesis. But if memory serves, it's called launch, right? Called launch. Managed to get a little further through this house of mystery, and that was weird. And actually managed to finally pick up this mysterious hotline that we've been poked by, or directed to, I guess would be a better way of putting it, by the previous director, Zachariah Trench. Now that we reacquired it, we just need to figure out our next steps, which I guess we'll be getting from Emily Pope. So if you folks like what you see and want to see more of me as we bring her into our world, as she brings us further into hers, give me a like, a follow, subscribe here on YouTube or both. Drop a comment, check out some of the other playlists, share around some of the other playlists, bang the bell. Follow the links from my Twitch to get to my YouTube. Follow the links from my YouTube to get to my Twitch. And wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, and get comfortable. Let's get into this. Emil Lee.
I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone.
Yep.
Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown.
Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the his can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself.
Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
Unknown caller. Complete mission 2. So you want to pop my head open to see what I'm thinking, huh? We haven't even had dinner first. Yes, you do hear something. Analysis of Hiss Threat Part 1, Confidential. Initial encounters with the entity known as Hiss have revealed various behavioral effects. Most notably, the Hiss is able to invade or corrupt control points, altered items, and even humans, radically changing their behavior. Curiously, any person wearing one of the wearable HRA devices that Dr. Darling has been distributing over the past weeks was not affected by this corruption. The only known exception to this fact is the new director, Jesse Faden, who possesses an inherent immunity to the Hiss. This could indicate that she has already been corrupted, but her behavior is so in contrast to that of the other Hiss that I have dismissed that theory. My final observation comes from Miss Faden herself. She is able to cleanse material and organisms of the Hiss corruption. We tested this ability on Hiss corrupted entity, but unfortunately the process seems to kill the host. Perhaps the host's physiology becomes reliant on the Hiss. More work to be done. Refer to the file redacted for full report. We are at war, a hostile takeover. The Hiss is the opposing force foreign power. We will provide countermeasures strategy, except ingest them at control points. These countermeasures missions will benefit you. Will give you resources / rewards for each completed countermeasure. Bothered putting a slash in even though I hadn't been this entire time. Goofy. And then of course we have our mission section over here just in case you want to recap or to well, let's just say there's more to do as we go. Matter of fact, the board just kind of stated as much. So, Miss Pope.
Hi, Jesse.
Okay.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
Red, why was she highlighted?
Bring me back anything good?
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Do you hear that? Someone's singing.
Yeah,
Where's
we heard it.
coming from?
Singing. Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
Pope wants us to get a field lab set up as soon as possible.
What? We can't get any equipment from the research sector until the internal lockdown is lifted.
See what you can find around here. Computers, documents, any measuring devices you can find. Helping Pope is a surefire way to get on Darling's good side.
I'll be more concerned about goods versus good sides, but
I heard the Hiss attack brings up a lot of new questions. Are they communicating? Coordinating? What about the plant attracted them?
The power plant is largely confidential. No use guessing the Hiss's motives if we don't even know what kind of energy it uses.
What do you mean? It has to be a fusion reactor. There's no other way to create that kind of energy output, right?
you assume. And if it was just a fusion reactor, why would it be classified unless it was
Incantation, she calls it.
You mean
crazy materials used in its creation?
Like, in person?
In person, with a pencil and paper. I think she's trying to get us killed.
It'd be interesting. You can figure out what they're saying.
Time to work. Meet me in the maintenance.
The hell? Did he just speak to me through the force? What was that? I'm assuming these are devs. Or backers. But in terms of the actual in-universe, that's probably people who have gone missing here. Oh, no, these are visitors. People who either came here intentionally or who came here without intent and ended up getting swallowed by the house at some point. That is wounded.
Like I said before, the janitor is a friendly face.
With such an ominous introduction to a friend.
The maintenance sector is the janitor domain. If I can find Ahti here, he can help me reach the override. Maybe it was you who got me into the oldest house with the lockdown on. Maybe it was Ahti.
Whoa.
It felt like he made the elevator appear that took me to Trench's office.
You probably
Is
did.
Ahti guiding me too?
Possibly. Probably had a bit of help from both. Not really sure. One second, folks. Kind of adjusting things. Okay. We should be groovy. Wah wah. That way of saying no is kind of funny for these doors. If you grew up watching Daffy Duck cartoons or Daffy Duck or Donald Duck, it's hard to ignore it. So, I need a level 2 key, huh? Nah. Alright, I'll just break it that way. Here's what it is to me. So what am I learning that I shouldn't be learning just yet? Oh, unless you review. Or is this the same review? Same story, but different review. 3 days, most YA novels are intertwined with a coming-of-age story with either a contrived dystopian setting or a tragic romance, unless you manage to do both. In the story, the protagonist and her love interest search for a cure to a virus called the Fix, which is simultaneously killing her and spreading across the whole world. To find the cure, they go on an expedition into dangerous, uncharted territories. The people all live in walled cities now because of the dystopian future. And along their way, they just happen to fall in love. They just have to fall in love. I liked how we never got to know if the Fix was ever actually fixed. The ending was bold, especially for YA. The main character succumbs to the Fix when she's so close to the cure and commands her love interest to go on and save the world. She knows this is the end for her, but that the job can still get done. She dies out in the unknown, alone and surrounded by danger, but never loses sight of the goal. That's a good soldier's death. I give the book a 3 out of 5. I feel most of the teenage angst is a little lost on me, but I'd recommend it to my brother's kids. Yeah, sure. Especially with that last half. I rarely get into boy meets girl stories. It's just so many of them. So much so it's just it gets annoying. Nothing wrong with a boy meets girl story. But when you're inundated with them, it's like change the channel or stop. We've already got plenty for at least the next 10 years. Stop it. Bad boy, put it down. Bad girl, put it away. Stop it. Right, up for the map. Up on the D-pad for the map. And no, the world has not stopped, and I'm still on fire. Ventilation, janitor's office, and sector elevator.
The directorial override is right there, in the control room. How do we get there?
I know who I'm gonna be shooting. So there's at least 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So all of them. Okay. What you see, Jesse? The future. What? I slap at thee. It'd be interesting like, what if you tried to climb one of these areas and then you happen to cleanse the control point? And then all that happens. What happens to you? Does it matter? Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. So first we got board countermeasures. The board spoke about missions. These are the missions. Little challenges. Well, some of the missions. Little challenges. Kill enemies with the service weapon in surge mode. I don't have surge. Don't have charge. Kill enemies with the service weapon. Don't have pierce. Don't have shatter. Spin. So those are pointless right now. But what you can do, excuse me, pick them up, abandon them, and there's new ones. And it doesn't cost anything. So pick that one up. Kill his guards. There are minor threats. Squash. Tell off them. See, had I known, yeah, you can only accept 3 at a time. Had I known, I would already have picked them up. Then you have the astral constructs, which in this system you can get to weapon forms. You can actually construct other variations for this weapon. Construct Shatter. Shatter has high stopping power. The scatter shot that devastates grouped enemies at close range. It's a shotgun. Yes, Lord. Astral Construction. Construct a weapon form or mod. Mods. Weapon mods. Now see, you can upgrade it to enable higher tier mods, but I'm not sure if it affects like the in-game loot table. So stuff you pick up from enemies, I'm not sure if it affects that. But now we get to the ability section. 4 skill points. We got health, energy, melee, and launch. Oh, and launch variability. So variations to what you can do with launch. So first we're gonna upgrade launch damage for 1 point. Pair utilitarian, unlock 1 ability tree upgrade. And as you go, it costs more points. Some levels cost more, some don't. Launch damage. Eventually I'll be able to like launch grenades and rockets and launch enemies again as well. Launch enemies back as well. So what I'll do, launch damage. Now at the very bottom, which is what I was about to describe, additional weapons form slot, you unlock weapon form slots. So how I have that mod for my initial service weapon, now I just unlocked another slot to put another mod on. And we're going to increase our health bar because, yes, Lord. Now, as you can see, we get a whole bunch of mods, some repeats, and some upgrades of whatever mod we happen to be using at the time. Deconstruct that one. Shatter. Recoil, shatter upgrade, projectile spread, shatter upgrade. That's probably what I'm going to use. Could have sworn. Or maybe, no, that wouldn't make any sense. It makes no sense. Additional weapon form slot. Oh, is that saying additional weapon forms? I now have a new slot for an additional weapon form. That may be what it is. But you aim, of course, hit square and or X on Xbox. Not sure on PC. It does use the same ammo. No, we won't. Come on. I got rules to follow. What? All right. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. You chose to run instead of die. I mean, sure, there's living and fighting another day, but that's what we're supposed to be doing. You being deaf, dumb, and blind, that's right up all of our alley. Level 4 door. Is this where yes, it was, okay. Now, from what I do remember, this game actually has a nice little bevy of powers.
What's down that way?
I need a minute. Oh, this is what I was talking about yesterday with that first video that we found. Hold on. Oh, God.
I'm drawing the pyramid.
The what?
The pyramid.
What's a pyramid?
The Black Pyramid. It's in the astral plane.
Airplane?
Astral plane. It's big, white, and empty. Or is it? It's a weird, crazy alien dimension. The white goes on forever. You can get lost in all that white and never find your way back home.
I miss my home.
Well, say hello to the Threshold kids. There'll be more details as to what that is later. Right now, we really don't know, and even from what I remember, we don't know. Jim? That calzone you left in the fridge is acting up again. We done told you about that, knowing full well you got one of those modern systems to keep track of it. Cleanse the merry-go-round. Horse object of power.
Ugh, this place makes me nauseous.
Yeah, I see why. Probably more stuff than just the visuals. Begs questions if we're inside some sort of living something. Could just be structural,
Object
but
of power.
still.
How do you think it got down here?
Same way we did. At this point, I don't know why you're arguing or even confused.
Carousel horse.
No
Why
idea
is kid
what it
stuff
is.
always so creepy.
Because it's kid stuff. Kids always draw all great levels of energy, good, bad, and in between. Plus, kids are more sensitive. They seem to be more attuned to things like this. Circle to evade. Horse choo-choo allows you to evade, dash, use it, prove, escape yourself. Not insignificant, and it does take energy. And yeah, we can dash in midair, children. We defy physics, even though we were already doing that by flinging stuff with our hands. Cold enemies are immune to Jesse's attacks. circle to safely evade their attacks. You and the horse are now bound, friends for life. Jesus. Why did they make that go so fast if you want me to read it?
Let's see the Hess keep up with me now.
Shifts in positions obtain the ability evade ability. I'm like, is this you letting me fall? Because I couldn't move for a second. Never again will you leave your dinner in this fridge. Never again. It has been days. I was debating whether or not to call my kids. Tell them goodbye. Make sure they didn't have mystery so they know whose fault it was. One moment. We did just hop dimensions. So that is the case. Gentlemen. Shouldn't have did that one. That last shot. Hey now. Whoa. I can't even be mad at that. That actually took me out. I'm not happy about it. Wow, and I was almost done with that mission. That's alright. That's funny, I've never died this early. Or at least not this way. Usually it's some high level something that kills me. Yeah, and then you of course can upgrade your weapon types. And unlock spin. Looks like we're not ready for spin though. Not yet. Okay, low health boost. Shot her. Launch grenades and rockets back. Had I had that, it would have been a wrap. Sure, we'll add to melee damage. That also would be handy, especially during that whole situation. Crap. Nope. Not what I meant to do. There's nothing like a shotgun. Oh, nice catch. Nice catch. Not even mad at you. Not even mad. Now. Knock, knock.
Well done. You got the job. It's place for congratulations. Yippee, saatana. It happened in the last drop. I truly need an assistant.
Funny thing is, I've been a janitor. I'm more at home in that role than as the director. Only Ati here seems to see that.
Yeah, hi, Ati. Look, we need to get the lockdown lifted, otherwise I can't get to the other sectors. Can you help me get to the override?
Yes, yes. Easy peasy. It's just around the corner. But first, we need to get you working. Very small, couple of hours job.
Something tells me it's gonna be more than that.
Yaha. You think there's a dog buried in this? I can tell you are not yesterday's Krause's son. That's why you'll make a great assistant. Very well. I'll hit the facts on the table. Mä kyllä sanon perkele suoraan, that this house has a vermin problem. A bad one. They've already messed up the cooling pumps. And the power generators of a power plant, perkele. And the pensioner inside is starting to feel the band around his head tighten. The situation needs to be fixed before the plant blows up. And we all disappear like a fart in Sahara.
Trying my best to keep up with this. Fix the coolant pumps and the power generators, otherwise the power plant will blow.
But don't you worry. I've left you clear instructions. You'll catch the end of the thread before I go to my vacation. The work's on the task board here. You can do later, when you have time.
Vacation? Right.
Yes, no one's gonna cancel my holiday or seat's gonna rattle. But don't worry at all. You'll take care of it and soon this crisis gonna be last winter's snow. You better go now, so you don't have to run with your head as your third leg. The door in the back leads to the plant.
The door in the back. That's great. Thank you, Ati.
Run like your tail, like your head is your third leg. I don't know what language he speaks, but damn if he ain't crazy.
Yep.
Look at that.
Burn the trash.
He agrees.
Throw it in the fire.
All
Burn
right.
it all.
Burn it all.
Burn it into a reindeer, not into a moose. Oh, it's
Okay.
time for a coffee break, son. Coffee.
Yeah, coffee is the business, my friend. Some of us live and die on it. As you can see, I have the level 2 access, which is interesting. Didn't actually know when I got that. He may have just gave it to me, or I may have got it when I spoke to Emily. The pensioner inside is starting to feel the band around his head tighten. Don't know how to feel about that. we'll stick with the health recovery per pickup thing for now. Once again, RT begs a lot of questions. I don't know if you get answers. I don't know if you're going to get the answers. And if you do, I don't know if you want them.
Oh. Yep.
No. Yep. Don't know why they gave you these double doors to open, but they did. Other than picking up that item, it's literally just the doors that's on the other side. There's the door I just went through. Spin grouping efficiency. That shall be useful later. Now. Oh, wait. Oh, where is that actually? Okay. I think I understand. For now, we'll just... What? Oh. Those are those missions I picked up. For now, we'll stick to what we're doing. Because memory serves, it actually...
Okay, so what happens again if that thing blows up?
Power. Explosion. Too much. Director's duty. Keep the lights on.
Northmoor was director before me. I never wanted his job. I never wanted power. I purposefully avoided it. Didn't trust it. Didn't want to rely on it. Northmoor was all about power. A man like an explosion, hungry for authority, for order, for more, until it was too much. I had to find a solution in the end, contain the situation. Northmoor never liked me, but he went along with it, to his credit. He didn't really have a choice. I suppose at the end of the day, a director's most basic duty is to keep the lights on. Here's to you, Northmoor. There were no prime candidates waiting in the wings, but I was there. Had been the whole time, keeping my head down, working my ass off. I had nothing to lose. I picked up the gun almost on a dare.
Stop letting people dare you to do dumb shit. That'll solve that problem right there. I hear him on that never trusted power, never saw it kind of thing. I can understand his thought process. Not everybody does. Nothing wrong with it, but not everybody has that thirst. A hunger is one thing, a thirst is another. Not to mention, a lot of people fail to realize, as he said, the director's basic job is to keep the lights on. The same job as a leader. And a lot of people don't realize being a leader, in a lot of ways, unfortunately, means you are a janitor. Merry-go-round horse, OOP 16-KE. Containment procedures. Objects should be kept in a confined space when unbound. Description: superior utility. A fiberglass horse once used as a seat for a merry-go-round ride. The pole is still connected to the object. The object is capable of moving short distances at high speed. This can be quite dangerous when redacted its path. The object is currently bound by redacted. The object was discovered at the site of an abandoned amusement park. Local redacted report that the rides would move on their own and that they would be chased out. When these rumors reached the Bureau, see America Overnight, episode 235, agents were dispatched to investigate. 3 local redacted were found dead at the scene. The object attacked agent redacted by redacted. Agents involved formula C.5 to redacted the object long enough to redacted. I hope at some point they unredact all of this crap. Some of this is implied, and it's just like a director and killed and all of that, high speed and people in its path, like for the horse and whatnot. But like, I hope they do actually deal with the redacted period. And there's that translation for signs on the right side of the screen. Simple but effective. Attention maintenance staff. An object of power escaped the Panopticon a couple weeks ago, and they want everyone to keep an eye out for it. So if anyone sees a merry-go-round horse zipping around the sector, alert me immediately. Do not try to contain it on your own, and definitely don't bind it to yourself. The security chief, your security chief, Simon Arish. Well, you're a little late on that one there, Simon. So there that is. NSC power plant, huh? We saw this in our dreams. And then Jesse inadvertently walks off a cliff.
Lady. Go see Chief Arish. He's just inside. He'll help you.
Right. Well, I want you to give me a minute. Let me make y'all's lives easier. Mine too. Let me purge the madness a bit. Ritualistic thinking can cleanse 5 control points. Health boost mod. Kill enemies in the maintenance sector.
Ma'am! Hey! Chief Arish, FBC Security. Shouldn't you be in a safe room?
They all have HRAs. We're on the same side.
My name is Jesse Faden. I'm here to perform the directorial override to get the lockdown lifted.
Yeah, Chief Arish, FBC Security. I'm just... Oh, hang on, you're the new director. It's a pleasure, ma'am.
Let's skip the formalities, please.
Right. Faden, ma'am. Look, as you can probably tell, it's a bit of a shit show down here. We've been holding our ground, but whatever's gotten into our buddies has them wrecking the coolant pumps and the power converters. The NSC keeps overheating, and my crews keep getting shot before they have a chance to make any repairs.
NSC?
Oh, sorry. Bureau jargon. It's what we call the power plant. You know, the big rumbling metal thing. Salvador, head of security, asked me to protect it in case of an attack. See, what's inside is dangerous. Dr. Darling seemed to know it would be a target.
Darling? He's here?
No, he came down a few days ago, before everything went to hell. He was out of it. Smelled like a bar mat. He was ranting about vulnerabilities and how he only had one large-scale HRA, but that he needed it somewhere else. Still, at least he gave us these personal HRAs before he left. Hey, did I mention that he was tearing his clothes off? Crazy dude.
Darling knew the hiss was coming.
Listen, I love playing 20 questions as much as the next guy, but we have got to get the water and electrical systems repaired before this baby blows. I'll have my guys unlock the doors out of here for you.
I'll take care of it. You stay and keep the hiss away from the plant if you can.
The hiss? That's what we're calling him? Oh, that's catchy. Oh, listen, the radios aren't working, so if you find my boss Salvador out there, could you please ask him what the plan is? I'm sure he will have one by now.
I'll keep an eye out for him.
He sure has a lot of faith in his boss.
He might have a lot of respect for his boss as well. Salvador being out there by himself like this is risky as hell.
Blockages in pipes.
Does he at least have stuff bound to him or something?
Clock back. Now.
Oh, Jesus.
Adi is gonna be so pissed. When the converters and coolant pumps are working again, we should be able to get this baby back down to a safe temperature. I hope.
What do you know about the hiss?
Not much, only what I've seen. Well, they use the same tactics that Marshall and Salvador taught us, which makes me think that the hiss haven't completely erased the people inside, which is a pretty fucking horrible thought.
Yep.
Or they're just using whatever they find in their victims' heads. In any case, they are really eager to get inside the power plant.
Why do you think that is?
Shit, I don't know. They want to make my life harder?
I've got to say, like, no offense to dude, and no offense to the model that they used, but when I look at him, especially playing this game, I expect his face to split in half and for him to attack me.
What do you do here, Arish?
Security chief of the maintenance sector. I make sure all the weird shit down here doesn't bother the maintenance crews. Learned everything I know from Salvador. The best security agent this bureau has ever seen.
And you like your job?
I love it. You know, everyone thinks that maintenance is the lowest rung on the ladder just because we fix pipes instead of writing memos, but I gotta be honest. These are the bravest people in the goddamn building. I'm proud to work with them.
I've done a few odd jobs with these kind of folks. They say what they mean. I like that.
Me too. And it's legit. People fail to realize unless the infrastructure is working, none of the hoity-toity nonsense you want to do with more advanced technology is even going to work. Unless I have somewhere for you to plug in and get power from, it ain't happening. Never could figure out people like that. The people who literally, like, it's like this. In order for there to be a CEO, there has to be a janitor, right? In order for there to be a CEO, there has to be somebody in the mailroom. There has to be somebody running items, trucks, moving deliveries, so on and so forth. There has to be people on the lowest rung of a situation. Otherwise, you won't have any of that.
What exactly is the power plant?
Listen, I only know what Salvador told me, but I know it generates all the electricity for the Bureau, and it's got two very simple rules. Rule 1, keep it below a certain temperature. Rule 2, don't ever, ever open it. Oh, and 3, it's classified, so I shouldn't ask.
Sounds like secrets are standard operating procedure around here.
Oh, yeah. It's all part of the job.
Sounds about right.
What do you know about the service weapon?
Not much. That thing is director only. Salvador told me about the time he saw Trench use it. Sounds like that gun can do some serious damage. Yeah, I did see pictures of it once, though, and it looks different to that thing you're carrying. You mounted or something? It's new.
Is new a good thing?
Given the circumstances, I'd say new is our best bet.
Maybe, hard to say. Especially if standard procedures were followed and we're here. But at the same time, standard procedure might have been for the HRAs, and we're here, so it's hard to say. It's quite possible to think keeping us alive might also be killing us, but it might be more of a buying time kind of measure. A bit of poison could not necessarily save our lives, but to give us a chance.
Do you know this Ati guy?
Of course. He's my favorite coffee break buddy. Dude has got some crazy stories. And he probably knows more than anyone else around here, if you can make sense of what he's saying.
Any idea where he's from?
I'm guessing Sweden.
He's from where he's from. Look, there are just some stones that are better left unturned, you know?
Well, I'm not really the type to pry in people's past like that myself, but that is a nice redirection you just threw out right there.
I should be going.
Right. You got a lockdown to lift.
So look, yeah, sometimes a cigar ain't a cigar. You might not want to pick that one up.
Oh, thanks, Frank.
Yeah, me and Frank will get along. Frank, give me the real numbers. Don't play with me. We're doomed. Hell in a handbasket.
Need those pumps and converters online?
They're gonna lean us over a chair with a rusty spiked dildo and no lube. Understood? Hey Simon, I got your message. Yeah, someone in the sector is asking about Ati. Just tell him you'll handle it and leave it at that. Under no circumstances should any personnel intervene with his day-to-day routine. I told you everything I know about him so you could better deal with his odd habits, but yes, it's still very much a classified matter. Also, I saw your report about the quarry worker who wandered into the Foundation. Detaining him was the right move. We'll figure out what he saw before we decide our next steps. Cheers. Lynn. P.S. In case you hadn't noticed, something is up between Trench and Darling. I know this isn't your strong suit, but try your best to stay out of it.
She knows. I just make sure.
See, a lot of people will come at me for not staying out of somebody else's problem. But most of the time I don't, because I know the problem's going to become mine before too long. And then I have to deal with the why didn't you, why wouldn't you, why didn't you, why couldn't you, why wouldn't you? Yep. Now we got kamikazes, children. I see nothing. It's just a hodgepodge of visual nonsense. I love it, I swear. It does make you wonder if you need to concern yourself with inhaling any of that smoke or anything, but beyond that, yeah. Let's go, let's go. Power plant, coolant pumps, and furnace center. Well.
Power cut. Replace the parts.
Understood. Give me a minute, because Jessie seems like she has a desire to shoot something. I see you down there. What? Whoa. All this screaming necessary? That's nice. Glad we finally got to have this conversation. Ah.
By trash, did Ati mean barrels full of hazardous biological material? Seems like I'm breaking some environmental regulations on waste disposal, but if that's what Ati wants, then I'll get it done.
Good, Director. Good, Director. Now let me pat you on the head and feed you from the hand.
Dr. Pierce, lead researcher. My name is Dr. Pierce, lead researcher of the Parakinesiology Department. I believe that I've discovered a Code Omega paranatural entity residing within the Bureau itself, right under our noses. Darling refused to allocate me the budget or resources, so I'm taking matters into my own hands. Let this recording be the proof I need to convince them. The furnace can speak. It's been talking to me for some time now. Listen. Did you hear that? It's a sentient force, capable of communicating. I checked, and there's no record of ever installing this furnace. I believe that... Oh, sorry. What? Yes, I can feed you. What do you eat? I see. I'll try to find some volunteers.
Feed me, Seymour. Oh, I feel bad for her. Because it looks like she actually found something. And then she says it speaks. We didn't hear a word, but... Figured why not sit close to it, give a listen. Sorry for you folks who just went blind. The brightness in this game don't be playing, boy. One more thing. It is useful to break your fall. Hey Boozer, or hey Bozer, get this. The accounting department still says they haven't received my expense reports. They said the receipts probably got lost in the mail tubes because of a shift or a threshold or some such fuckery, and that if I don't have the originals, they can't verify my expenses for reimbursement. This is such bullshit. Why do we even use these fucking tubes? Is that just gonna spit our mail out in some other goddamn dimension? Just venting here before I make a formal complaint. Useless pieces of shit. Rodriguez. And I don't blame him. You got me bent. You got one time to tell me that I filed my paperwork and all of that properly, but because the house has chosen to shit on me, I'm not gonna get overtime. Knowing full well if I was to try and take a monkey wrench or whatever to this house, I'm killing everybody. Probably. If not just myself. Like, come on now. That's the kind of thing that'll outright make me walk every file I've got unless I'm directly emailing it to you. Straight to you. That's the kind of thing that'll just make me bring you something. I don't want to hear nothing about using the mail tubes. If I'm going to lose out on my assignments, if I'm going to lose out on what I've done, if I'm going to lose out on what I earned, no, we're done here. We're definitely done here.
That's over.
Alright. Damage boost. Come on. Come on. Yep. Come on. There we go. I have not forgot you. I'm assuming that's the furnace. Alright, I need to cleanse the control point. I'm like, why is it looking like that? Because I should have been able to drop in from there. It's because I'm not done yet. Like, imagine that. When the house shifts, it rehooks everything back up. Wires too. Oh, think about it. Being stuck in between shifting sections. The house splits you in two. But then somebody cleanses the control point and the house puts you back together. Do you live? Do you remember what happened? Did you feel it? Launch basic enemies when their health is low. Yes, ma'am. We shall.
We need to fix this thing ASAP.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. His charged. The his charged agents are examples of extreme physical deformation resulting from his corruption. His charge display an unthinking fixation on any non-corrupted individuals in the area. Once within a specific proximity, they erupt into a burst of focused hiss resonance so dense that it acts as a physical force. The his charge is depleted of his corruption after this eruption. The host is left lifeless. This behavior may be an adaptive response to the HRAs. The his chars are designed to blow the devices off potential hosts, exposing them to the resonance. Is the his capable of customizing a corrupted host's altered ability to this degree? Why is the physiology of the host's his charge so dramatically different from the host's original form? Lots of questions, no answers. Refer to file redacted for full report. Now, I'm believing it's Emily Pope who's writing all these, or who's putting all these together. Well, not all of these, but like the dossiers of our enemies. I believe it's her who's doing that, since that first note was based on her. Yes, you do see what you see. Once again, here I come. NSC cooling pumps. Hold on. Salute! Come on, do it right. Salute!
Go to ship. Fix it fast. If the plant goes boom, we can throw the spoon in the cold.
All right. They decided to do me a solid. It had me, and it knew it had me. Kinda need that. Y'all can keep all that screaming to yourself. Ouch. Had I not died earlier, we would already have solved that whole thing. I didn't really need this. There is a few darted around this area. I do remember it, not to mention I see them, so. That gross blockage down in the water system is back. What the fuck is it? Where does it keep coming from? And why the hell does Adi keep yelling nonsense at it? He acts like he can understand him. Of course he acts like we can understand him too. Guess that's just his brand of crazy. I'm gonna try out a new drain cleaner. Extreme strength. I mean, honestly, why would you expect anything in this place to be normal? The fact that you can even have piping in here. Which begs the, like, did y'all install the pipe? Was it just already there, or like what? How much of this did y'all build? To have been the construction crews that had to deal with this nonsense. Not to mention the amount of people on the construction crew.
What now?
My old enemy, the clock, is blocking the pipes. You need to deal with that shit. He is very clever. He's trying to sneak in. We got him caught with his hand in the fish trap. Get rid of him.
What the hell is that? Well, Purdy. Okay, that hurt. Understood. You have ambitions. Shocker.
What the hell is that? Oh, that's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen.
Oh, that shit's wounded. From our perspective, not its perspective. From its perspective, it's probably just as it should be. That explains what that stuff is that was up there. Damn. Do you serve corn or something? Blood for the blood god? Oh no. No, no, no. No, you definitely serve Nurgle. If you serve Slanesh, I'll be pleasantly surprised. There is nothing right about this. So Ati, your old enemy, the Clog, huh? How in the hell were you dealing with this thing with a mop? So nah, I got some of that interdimensional bleach. Oh, damn. Okay, now where was the loot?
Just hold together a little longer.
Okay. There you are. Launch efficiency. Good. Decrease the cost of using launch.
There go the pipes. Nothing more satisfying than manual labor.
This is true. Trooper second class Kopek. I'm not gonna press my position, huh? Shows how you were trained. Ugh. Oh, wow. And then I lost the not dying thing again. That irritates the hell out of me. He shouldn't have even caught me. I still don't know how he did. I even hit the dodge button. How in the hell? How did he catch me? That irritates me.
I don't like that sound.
Yeah, now I gotta deal with all of that again. Minus the clog. Including these kills. No. Yeah. Oh, okay. No, they know I don't. Now he presses my position. I guess he was glitching last time. No, no, no. Thanks, Kopek. Looks like a lot of mold. Yeah, that was weird. Alright now. Out here guarding this area by yourself. I'll give it to you, girl. You're hard. Enemies in the maintenance sector. Using grip, kill with headshots. Upgrade grip. Say, there it is. That's how you get the other mod slots. You upgrade the weapon itself. Certain ones I know for a fact I'll never need. Enable higher tier mods. I want to say this actually does upgrade the loot table, but we'll have to see. Alright. Okay. Went through ventilation. Nope, came from ventilation. Three guesses why her gun is like that right now. Why she's leaning over. Yes, you can dash and use telekinesis, but it does take more energy to do. It doesn't double the energy, it just uses both energy types. So, yeah. The power of empty boxes compels you. Right. Forgot I need headshots. Raw. Gotcha. Hey now. Right.
Oh, this place is gonna come down.
Guess we need to hurry up then, huh? Okay, they're gonna make this complicated to do this one at a time. I just want your face, alright? Yeah. Okay. Gotta love the box physics. Oh. What? Proper handling procedures. Use launch, throw a grenade or a rocket. Huh. I guess because I sort of caught it, I might have nullified it. Well, maybe not, because it looks like whoever that was is dead. Wait a minute. Okay. Still alive. Still have that mission. Come on, don't want to die again. Ugh. It couldn't have been in there the whole time. There's lab stuff over there. Cleanse that control point. Push the hiss out. Get her done.
It's fried up. You need to fix it before the old twig pants inside the plant has a shit fit.
Oh, twig pants. Good. Ah, worst time. Take that, take that. Kind of jamming with this music. Don't really want to kill the moment with the reading. I mean, no enemies in the immediate vicinity, so it's fine. Wouldn't really kill it. Moments are quiet right now anyway. Yep, your dash is an actual thing that does damage. Including proximity. Ah, good defense. Right. No, you don't. Yeah. That's what happens when you supply me with the tools of your own defeat. I use them. I feel bad for the person who stumbled into one of these things and passed out before they shut the door. No idea what's down there, and I guess we're gonna stay dumb about it, huh? Just let that ignorance flow right through us. Yeah. Woo! Wasn't even really going for headshots. I just wanted to kill him.
Let's go lift the lockdown.
All right. Let's go lift that lockdown. Next game is Wednesday at 8, usual spot. Hazard owes me 20. Harish still on a fucking winning streak. Somebody please figure out how he's cheating. Thompson suspended for a game because of that shady dealing incident. Guy, IOU, $60. I bought beers last time, so it's Hepston Stall's turn. Remus. Okay. Alright. There's more. His corrupted trooper. Troopers are meant to be the first agents to enter unknown AWE's thresholds or any of the paranaturally hazardous situation. They are heavily armored and heavily armed in preparation for the worst. As a result of their role, his troopers have access to the heaviest armor and weaponry from the Bureau's armory, including military-grade chain guns and grenade launchers. In addition to their already formidable FBC-issued armor, the hiss resonance surrounding these entities is dense enough to stop bullets. If forced to engage one of these, be sure to make use of any available cover. Also note that to the telekinetically talented, enemy grenades can be a welcome source of ammunition. Refer to the file redacted on 444 report. We've seen that. Definitely. Utilization of pure-natural elements. Munitions testing is on OOP-22, aka Home Safe. The safe object of power can produce a barrier using objects or materials from its immediate vicinity. See OOP-22 case file for more details. Bureau Rangers were given permission to employ heavy weaponry against a para-utilitarian bound to this object in order to gauge the barrier's durability. Redacted and redacted velocity ammunitions were tested with redacted results. Testing will continue after redacted. The safe object of power is clearly a viable candidate for use in combat response scenarios. Allowing para-utilitarians to participate in altered engagements will be an advantage worth considering. Refer to file 8-53-8367 for full report. No, you're not. Oh.
To protect them. Forces contain a lockdown. Can only be lifted by a directorial override.
This is what we came here to do.
So much is expected from the director. The responsibility, the privilege to steer the Bureau into dangerous waters and safely out again. To inspire and lead its people, to protect them. The board is there to advise you, but they want things in return. You hold all this in your old, trembling hands. I had to lose everything before I could see the Bureau is the director's life. There's no room for anything else. If the forces contained here escaped, we'd be dragged back into an age of superstition, terror, death. Assuming you think we ever really left that behind. Any emergency, any major containment breach, and the lockdown goes into effect. I implemented this security measure in my first years as director. I knew we were vulnerable. I'd personally seen the cost of sloppiness. I made sure the internal lockdown could only be lifted by a directorial override, only to be used when the director is confident the sectors are safe to be opened again. This way, the director is the last line of defense. And if I screw up, it's on me, and me alone.
I can respect that, but that reinforces the issue. If it gets beyond these walls, nobody knows what to do with it. We'll end up in an age of superstition, as you said, and on top of the possibility of us actually ever having left that age. That's what ignorance gets you. Sometimes ignorance has its uses, but when it comes to something like this, it really don't. The entire species would be doomed. And then if collective unconsciousness is a thing in this universe, we would be doomed. Every imagination that we have would literally be fed into actual reality, more so than it already is. This house being here may actually be a sort of veil or barrier that weakens the actual power of collective unconsciousness throughout the entire world. It's like, man, if something happens to the house or to the bureau, gotta love how the gun is a locking mechanism. I 100% respect that. The bureau is open to you, Director.
That's it. The other sector should be open now. I think it's time I told Emily why I'm here. I'll risk it. You two should get to know each other.
I mean, I guess. I don't know. Health boost, energy recovery, war games, complete 5 board countermeasures, service weapon in spin mode, his troopers in the maintenance sector, Rangers in the executive sector using shatter. Yep, they will get specific on you like that. One more kill. One more kill. Classic. No, I'm not saying everybody needs to know everything, right? But you need to know that your own thoughts will cause problems. You need to know that you are feeding into these things, even if your desire is not to do so. You need to know that some of these things that happen out and about are because of these events taking place or because you caused them. But you caused them more than likely because you don't know that they're even a thing to do, let alone a problem. Like, how in the hell are you ever supposed to know that there's a problem? You're not. It don't work. You're just supposed to stumble into it and then hope to God that you don't end up dead or getting anybody else killed. Where is that at? Okay. It looks like straight on till morning. Go ahead and unlock you to make you feel better. Place might actually have a life of its own. The doors themselves might not be happy with me. Yeah, no, I'm not being funny. Wait a minute. Excuse me. Okay. Oh, maybe I have to take the elevator up. But that doesn't make any sense because I took the elevator down. That may be it. Let's see. Since the override is over, can actually get to maintenance. Ah, perfect. Somebody might want to change that smoke detector. Oh, that's what I'm hearing. Hiss resonance. That was weird. Examination of paranatural topics. Thresholds. The oldest house is a place in flux. Thresholds appear with no warning. What the threshold will contain is a question we can only answer once it manifests. The widely accepted theory is that thresholds are dimensions vibrating on a redacted frequency different from our own. When these frequencies match, the threshold will manifest in the oldest house, which acts as a redacted. Others theorize thresholds are parallel universes or possibly our own reality at a different point in time. Some believe our collection of altered materials affects the house or attracts the thresholds. We do know for certain that thresholds are not permanent. Eventually, their frequency will shift. Some believe Earth itself is just another threshold connected to the oldest house, which is actually rooted in some other reality. This theory, while impossible to disprove, causes redacted in those who learn of it, so is actively denied. Refer to file 5-05-1881 for full report. Yeah, finding that Earth potentially shifts between dimensions might be a little much for some people, and I can't blame it. But it's not exactly something that you can't tell me something like that and expect me to walk away. I need to know what I need to know. And if that's the case, then that's the case, unfortunately. It ain't gonna get any less uncomfortable because we're here and having to deal with it. It's still the reality. Could play into the concept of the Mandela effect, though. What it is, the Mandela effect, people believe that potentially they may be shifting through dimensions because of some of the stuff that they've dealt with in life or some of the stuff that they've personally seen or heard from others. Like, for instance, there's one of the main methods that they use to poke at is there was an old TV show and an old kid's book called The Berenstain Bears. Some people remember it as Bernstein. Some people remember it as Bernstein. And both were right. I remember it as Bernstein. There are instances where people remember Curious George having a tail. Some remember Curious George not. Some still have the memorabilia of both concepts. And there's quite a few little instances of the Mandela effect potentially existing, if such a thing is actually real and it's just not like some sort of collective lapse in memory. There's even theories that the Mandela effect that happens to you is like when you notice a shift in your life that would normally point to a Mandela effect. The theory is that what happens is because you just noticed a shift, where you were previously, you just died and you just slipped into your other body, which is why you noticed a shift. You slipped into a body of yourself from another dimension. Whether that's the case, I don't know, but woo, if that's the case. But there have been a lot of instances of the Mandela effect over the course of my life, and I doubt I'm the only one.
So I just read this. Welcome to the Ranger Field Training course. The course must be completed in the specified amount of time. When you're ready to start, press the button. Is that all, or?
I always did love obstacle courses.
Get ready, Ranger. Course starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
Already off to a bad start. Oh, Lord. What's it? Oh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're done.
45 seconds remaining.
What? Oh, okay. Alright, game.
30 seconds remaining.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that was horrible. Even if I get through this successfully, I still want to do it again. Yeah, no, I don't.
5 seconds remaining. Course failed. Try again, Ranger.
One thing I'm going to need is energy recovery speed.
Get ready, Ranger. Course starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
Whoa. Hate when my stick moves like that.
45 seconds remaining.
Shocker. Game.
30 seconds remaining.
Yeah, another failure.
Remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I mean...
Course failed.
Oh, are you serious with that shit?
Get ready, Ranger. Course starting in 5, 4, 3.
Gotta love that she's actually getting frustrated.
Go. Seconds remaining.
Oh, game. Gotta throw your monkey wrenches, huh?
15 seconds remaining.
What?
5 seconds remaining.
Oh, wow, game.
Course failed. Try again, Ranger.
Fuck you, awkward voice recording.
Get ready, Ranger.
Like game. I'm here. I'm here. What are we doing here?
3, 2, 1. Go.
Or did they want me to go into that room? Figure that room was the victory, not where they actually wanted me.
60 seconds remaining.
Oh! You can just get back up there, but it's time wasted.
30 seconds remaining. Seconds remaining. Course complete.
Yeah, okay.
Congratulations, Ranger.
Guessing this isn't usually part of the course.
I kind of wanted to hear that.
It's protecting itself.
Oh no, it might actually do it. That's funny, just stood it on his head. There we go. Reach out and touch somebody. The copies have been given weapons projectiles. Shield yourself to pass. Level up. Gold enemies are immune to Jesse's attacks. Now we hold L1 to raise the shield, which, yeah, I guess we're not doing that yet. Needless to say, she makes a shield out of whatever the materials around. Takes energy naturally. Use shield to proceed safely. Yes, you are wide open from behind with the shield. Holy moly, donut chop. Okay. I shouldn't have took that shot. Even with that amount of time. And no, the shield's not perfect. Oh, damn it. Is it the same exact hole? That is irritating. But tonight's just one of them nights. And no, the shield just collapsed. I didn't just let it go. Now, I don't need full energy to do this. I just like to have full energy. All right. Insular telekinesis. Untamed shield ability. One new shields. Alright. Y'all wanna walk me down, huh? What the? No. And there that is, children. Home safe, OOP22-KE. No unique procedures required. The object is a Guardian brand home safe. Weight measurements vary. When bound, the object allows pure utilitarians to telekinetically gather items and debris from their surroundings. The object is currently bound by Redacted. Discovered in the basement of a home in Redacted, Ohio, the object gained rapid interest in certain online forums dedicated to opening abandoned safes. After months of failure, the owner attempted to open it with explosives. The object survived with no physical damage. Bureau agents were dispatched and now confident of its supernatural nature. Blood occasionally emerges from the seam around the object's door. Tests confirm the blood is not human. X-rays taken of the object indicates that something is trapped inside, though the images are always blurred, which indicates the contents of the object are moving. All attempts to open the object have been unsuccessful. Yep. That is uncomfortable. And yeah, you did see that come from that wall over here. Oh, that's too bad. Can't run the obstacle course anymore. Alright. Well, time to head back to executive. All right.
They're saying Trench was shot dead. The situation's getting worse.
I saw Trench and Darling arguing a couple weeks ago. Trench was furious. You don't think Darling...
Don't be stupid. What would the Bureau's golden child have to gain from killing the boss?
Interesting topic, regardless. He may not have necessarily killed him, but he may have had a hand in it, whether he knows it or not. Him running around with these HRAs says he was aware of something. But we'll have to figure that one out later. This is going to be the end of episode 3 of Control on the PS5, folks. If y'all like what you see and want to see more of me, give me a like, a follow, subscribe here on YouTube or both. Drop a comment, check out some of the other playlists, share around some of the other playlists, bang the bell. Follow the links from my Twitch to get to my YouTube. Follow the links from my YouTube to get to my Twitch. And wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And God bless you. Catch you in the next one.